All right, all right, all right. Here we go again. Bismillah. Peace and infinite love to the collective, to the universe. Namaste. Islam. Islamadan. Islam alaikum. Imhotep. Peace and love. So, let's talk about a little something. And let's get it started right with the Moorish-American prayer and the Al-Fatiha and chapter 25, the Holy Covenant of the Asiatic nation. All rise. 5 on the left, 2 on the right. O Allah, Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Ameen. And as usual, let's say the Al-Fatiha in Arabic. Maghribi, Al-Maghribi, Al-Maghribi. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Irrahmanirrahim Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ahdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Gabriel Magdubi alayhim. Walan dwalin. Ameen. Ameen. Islam. Now the Holy Covenant of the Asiatic nation, chapter 25 of the Circle 7 Quran of the Moorish nation, the Moorish Science Temple of America, our religious organization. Right? Ye are the children of one father provided by for his care, and the breast of one mother have given you suck. Let the bonds of affection therefore unite thee with thy brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in thy father's house. And when ye separate in the world, remember the relation that bindeth you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before thine own blood. If thy brother is in trouble, assist him. If thy sister is see, thought we had it by memory. Let's open it. If thy sister is in trouble, if thy brother is in trouble, let's get it right. Chapter 25, the Holy Covenant. Thought we had it on lock. Right? Let's get it right. Right, so chapter 25. If thy brother is in adversity, assist him. If thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not. So shall the fortunes of thy father contribute to the support of his whole race, and his care be continued to you all in your love to each other. Islam. Right? That's the heart, right? That's the Yasin of the Circle 7 Quran. But let's talk real quick, right? Because a lot of people want to know, where is our militia? Where is our army, right? Who's fighting for us, right? Where is our security, right? You have to understand who's in control of the Moorish nation at large, who's in control of the earth at large. Who's the master of the universe, the whole as a whole, right? This is our security. As Moorish-Americans, this is who we depend on, is who made us, who created us, right? You have to understand how the energies work and how to let the energies work for you, because you are the real X-Men. You are the real mutant, right? You are the power, and you have powers, right, on earth called the sovereign powers, right? but they're divine first before they come to earth. They're heavenly powers before they represent themselves or present themselves on earth through you, the vicegerent of the Most High Yah, right? So nature is Allah's army, right? Karma, cause and effect, is Allah's army. This is who fights for us, the divine witness, that which is greater within you, right? So you have to raise Allah in you, because the truth is your highest weapon, right? This is why Noble Drew Ali said, if you don't do anything else, at least proclaim your nationality, right? Because the truth is the Most High, right? And the truth shall set you free, right? And faith is real confidence. Where are you at on that checkerboard? Are you on the rise? Are you on the raise? Are you shining the rays on the board? Or are you stuck on the board between black and white, not knowing what is what and who is who? Right? But first, you must know yourself. You have to know yourself and become one with nature. That's why you see a lot of Moors out here, they're failing. They think they're winning, but they're failing because they fail to reconnect or realign or proclaim their religion with nature and nature's God. This is your protection. Peace and love, Noble. This is your protection. This is your guidance. This is your salvation. The opening. It's why the Holy Quran of Mecca, the first chapter of this, Happy Holy Day, the first chapter of this says, the opening. What do you think it's talking about? You got to open your mouth, right? Didn't your mama say, you don't open your mouth, you don't get fed, right? A closed mouth don't get fed. That's true in the universe. That's true in law. You must confess your own. And you got to mean it. You have to ameen. You have to ameen it. This is why Noble Drew Ali came divine first, to show you that your strongest sword is your tongue. So when you get right with nature, nature will get right for you. I said when you get right with nature, nature will get right for you. It said when you get right with nature, nature will get right for you. But it's not just all about nature. It's not just all about eating right. Oh, I eat good. I eat right. I'm with nature. No, I've seen evil demons eat good and eat right and eat vegan, right? That's not it. You have to go through a total transformation. We still talking about nationality. You have to go through a total transformation within your Trinity, yourself first. This is not some fad or some gang or some. We like a gang because we got colors. We fly for flags. We got handshakes. We do got signs, right? We got signals, right? But we not a gang, right? We a whole nation. We not just claiming a block. We claiming the whole earth. You see? But the way that I'm talking right now, this is your proclamation. This is how you speak to the rest of society. You are private in the public. Let me say that again. You are a private person Coming out in the public. Why? Why are you private? What makes you different? What makes you different from the rest of everybody, the rest of the dark-skinned people, right? Because first, you proclaim the Most High in public. You be the Most High in public. You be and it is. First. That's hard to do. That was hard to do for me when I first came on the scene. Oh yeah, I'm Moorish-American in private. Nobody see me, right? What about outside? Outside with that fez on, outside, right? That's the big test, right? That's the big neo. That's the big neo test, the neophyte test, to see if you really about it. Because the Most High is waiting to see if you really about what you say you about. Because you're going to go through a lot of difficulty first before you enjoy this birthright. That's how you know you on the right path. Not sitting in luxury and sitting being something and some guy or some girl. No, going through the adversity and making the claim of victory over the adversity. Oh, thank you, Most High, for giving us the victory over evil, good over evil. Yeah? Don't let them Freemasonic, and we're just going to call them Negroes and dirty Moors for now, but don't let them fool you. Duality is not without good and evil. Duality is the university of good and evil. You must learn where you must earn so you can stand squarely on that square. Don't let these Freemasonic dirty Moors fool you. This is our stuff. You just playing with my stuff. You just saying that you with the stuff, but you not really with it. You not really Al Marak. You in a club that give you privileges to do certain things at Al Marak. We standing on the land with the Most High, being the Most High, having the right of passage to be I am that I am. That's a big difference. That's a different mother, son. And that's no disrespect to them. Because some of them don't even know. It's about the blood. And when you are real Moor, you know that we include in all the tribes as well. Because the tribes are the babies. The nation is the mama. Right? We include in everybody. Because why? Because like the brother said, because we're Moors. We are all Moors. What does that mean? We are the foundation. We are the Asiatic universal foundation of the first nation, of the first people, of the first DNA, of the first RNA, of the first melanin, of the first spirit before flesh on earth. That's more. Huh? Oh yeah. You want the mothership? We standing on one. This is just the associate mothership. What you call New Earth is the big mama. And the pressure is coming down on earth as we speak more and more and more and more and more and then more. It's our Independence Day. A day for us is a whole year because we are I am that I am. A day for us is a whole year because we are. This is our Independence Day. And this is their Judgment Day. This is our Independence Days. And this is their Judgment Days. Nature, Metu Neter, Mother Nature, that lives within you too. You have to go back and rearrange your clock. Back to midnight, back to 12. Back to I use and I do. Because it's going to be time to I do and I use out here. It's going to be Saturn time, discipline and retribution. Because the Aboriginals, the Aborigines, the Aboriginal indigenous beings of the Americas, North, South, Central, and the islands, we are on fire. And we are no longer lost at sea. I am at home at my national domicile, North America, standing on my nature. You see? You see? There is no weapon. There is no anything formed against you that can go against you when you speak in the truth. If this wasn't the truth, and Moorish science wasn't the truth, and I am that I am wasn't the truth, then why are they trying their hardest to stop you in the most diabolical ways? Why do they have to create different controversies and different conspiracies to try to prove to you that you're not who you are when you absolutely are who you are, because you say who you are, but you must prove it. You got to prove it in public. Your audience is the trees. Your audience is the birds, the cats, the dogs, the rats. Your audience, they're listening. The protoplast, it's listening. It's alive. It knows what you're supposed to know. That you and what's listening is one. You and the observer are one. This is what we mean when we say that we and Allah are one. We and the truth are one, especially when we proclaim it. What does proclaim mean? To make it known. To make it known to all men. And to make it known without fear. To be assured. To have a surety. This is what makes you rich. That's why Noble Drew Ali said, it's not necessarily money or anything that makes the man or his wealth or what he has, but it's his character and his national standing, because that's everlasting. And if he knows that, then he knows what real money is. And he knows that he is the money. This is the real man, the Moorish-American national, right? That's why I asked Moors before, what is your civil status? We got to know this. We must notice. We have to notice to know this, so we could know this. Not just to know it, but to know it to say it. This is what you're supposed to be about when you say that you're a Moor, especially a Moorish-American. You're a divine officer. You're a heavenly officer first, a high priest. This is what you're saying that you are. So if you say that you are not, then you are retributed yourself. So come right and come correct with her, with nature. Because this is our army. It's your divine army. Have you ever witnessed yourself speaking a divine truth to somebody in a defense and they fall back just off a default? just off of spirit alone. A1 national, right? That's a class A1 national, right? What makes the Moorish-American nationality different from the other nationalities that are on earth at this present moment? The other nationalities are not necessarily based on nature and nature's God. The other nationalities that you might hear about, Chinese, Japanese, Indian, so-called Indian, which is really Hindustan, but they're all corporate. They're all business. But we're all about the business of man, the reflection eternal, divine reflection, right? So our business is about the Most High first, the unseen first, the heavenly first, Anu first, then everything else. So when you disrespect more, you disrespect yourself, and then worst of all, you disrespect Source Creator, which is the worst thing you could ever do in your life that you could never come back from. So let's get this thing right. Because we really have religion. We really got realignment. You didn't feel that new moon? That's religion. It ain't dogma. It's cosmology and astrology. It's watching. They watching everything you do and everything you say. Before that, your intentions. Before you even have a thought, you have an intent. Your sixth sense. Let me say that again. Before you even have a thought, you have an intent. Your sixth sense. You ever seen that movie, The Sixth Sense? What was the synopsis of that movie and that main character? It was the fact that his intuition was divine and that he could pick up on beings and forces and spirits around him that others could not see, right? But he felt it first. So what you got to do is feel the Most High, right? You have to feel to make it real for yourself and then bring that into society. The brother said, oh, they fall all the way back, right? Because truth is the only realignment. This is what we mean when we say Allah. We mean the absolute truth. What do you got on that? I'm coming with the absolute truth, not just the truth, the absolute, which we sometimes refer to, meaning Moorish-Americans, as Allah. We're not against anybody. We're with everybody because everybody came from us. When you understand that, when you know that in your blood, that's part of your superior claim to the land. Why? Because you are an apparent heir. Apparent. Peep that word. You are a parent with an appellation. Oh, you got a responsibility. That means if you're an apparent heir, then there are some quasi heirs and there's some true heirs that are under you. You got responsibility. What does that make you? Not only does that make you a natural person, right? But that makes you a living, breathing ancestor. A living, breathing, walking, sentient ancestor. In one. All in one for all for one. That's what that Circle 7 logos is about. That's why Allah is within the circle and not without. This is why Noble Drew Ali said, if when you get the Holy Quran of Mecca, get the meaning of the Holy Quran by Abdullah Yusuf Ali. The meaning. Because you need to know the meaning. Because now, as you can see in our present day, everybody's caught up in dogma. Oh, my Allah is better than your Hashem. Or my Hashem is better than your Vishnu. Right? Or my Vishnu is better than your Moses. Right? Well, wait a minute. Last time I checked, we was all one. And all those claims that you're making is my culture, and my culture is called high culture. Huh? Yeah. Oh, my bad. That's a secret, or I mean a sacred society proclamation, right? Oh, I got the most high culture. That's how you Moors are supposed to be reacting, because they trying to make us look bad out there, right? Because I know they be asking y'all a lot of questions, right? These are your trials. These are your tests. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a secret that's really sacred. These people that signed up in the club to represent our birthright, not presented like we are, they're not necessarily your enemy, right? They are your watchers, right? They're walkers, right? They're the walking dead, right? But they were born to watch you. Imagine that. Imagine somebody being assigned as a gang stalker just to watch you, one person, for their whole life until they pass away. To watch you, right? To be on you, right? To test you, right? But that's the beauty. That's the beauty in the struggle, is that you are being tested. Because if you're not being tested, you ain't doing nothing right. You're not necessarily playing the game right to get the lives, because you need 9 lives, right? You need 9 lives. You need birth and completion, right? To live long here, right? So they're assigned to you. There are different people that are assigned to you from birth, and they know you, and they know your star alignment, and they know your purpose, and they know what you're gonna do, and they know what you're doing, but they don't know your destination. It is not for man to know where the living, breathing, walking, sentient Allah's final destination is. We are in actual time right now, quantum leaping. Everything that the they has been doing has been failing over and over and over again. I'm happy to proclaim it. Do you know how much power you have when you do right? Not when you do wrong. When you do right, you know how much power you have. You know how beautiful you are and can be. More is not some, it's not some fad, it's not some sect of Islam. It is Islam. Islam is peace, and Allah is the master of peace. And Yeshua and Muhammad are the princes of peace. You see how I put them together? Ha ha. You see how when I proclaim that, it's like a magical glow around me? Yeah, I'm Muhammadan. But I got faith in Jesus in justice too. Because Allah is justice. Al-Adil. They tricked the world and made all of you hurt children put them good books down, right? and pick up them shatanic ways, or them new age ways, which ain't really new. It's really old. But the way that they showing you in the new way is satanic. It's against thyself. It's against thyself. When you're supposed to be knowing and healing thyself. It's children on the internet right now learning how to do dark magic spells, how to hurt people, how to make people love them, and do all kind of evil shit like this. When you're supposed to be using high culture, the most high culture, to protect and heal yourself. This is why the Bible or the Biblios or the Holy Sun book, it says, you know what? Just don't even do that stuff. You're going to get your ass caught up. Just be right and do right and treat people right. And watch how I treat you right. Watch how I be the energy for you. Oh, that's real. Right? When you let go. When you let go and let God. Nah, but you got to know what that really means. Right? Because you are the thoughtless thought. You are the everlasting. So you got to be in it is. You think being it is got a driver's license? You think being it is got some plates and insurance for some U.S. corporation? Because when they say that they're your government and you say, yeah, the government, you under a spell and you already gave them your godhood when you the living government. You. What do we call it? What do we call the Moorish nation government? You just said it. The Moorish nation. Oh, yeah. Well, what about the Moorish Science Temple of America? See, that ain't no nation. Yes, it is. Huh? What do you mean? The Moorish nation, or the Moorish Science Temple of America, is the Moorish nation within the Moorish nation, the Al-Moroccan Empire. Why? Because the Moorish Science Temple of America is a body politic on its own. It has its own international and political power. Well, how is that? Because Noble Drew Ali traveled all around the world and made our bloodline stamp everywhere. So when you say that you are who you are, yeah, you're going to get kicked back. Because my nigga, NEGU, NAGA, Naga Naga, this is the one. And you got to be the one to hold this light, to be the bearer of this light, to be the real circle of knowledge. You gonna be tested. They want to see. They don't want to see if you real, your flesh and blood. No, they want to see if God is real. When you say that you more, you are saying I am that I am. They don't give a damn about. Look, man, they got all the squeegee ouija's. They got all the G-locks and the 9 jointskis and the AK and the AK-77s and 99s and all the new joints to bang you with. They got them. What do you think you doing by having 1 or 2 in your house? What do you think you doing by just carrying 1 around? They a whole Terminator system. They a whole Skynet right now with AI and everything. They got all kind of squeegee weegees that'll squeeze themselves on you. What kind of backing do you got? Who is your army? You have to proclaim it. You have to proclaim the truth. And you have to be confident that you proclaiming the truth is the expansion of the mansion of your aura that's going to be the spirit bomb for them that they don't have. This is Moorish-American nationality for real. That's why Noble Drew Ali said, don't carry a squeegee weegee. I used to carry squeegee weegees. I used to carry 22 squeegee weegees and 9 squeegee weegee joint skis and all kind of joint skis, right? I was just super gangster on my own. But when you doing right and you got squeegee weegee on you, that's not cool. Because squeegee weegee will bring different negative entities around you that just know that you got it and that will test you. And if you don't know what you're doing when you do defend yourself to speak all law, to speak in your defense of you defending yourself, or you really in trouble. So Drew Ali said, right? Because everything he said had 3 different meanings or 3 different right advices, suggestions, or 3 different trinity, right? You don't need it though. They got them. Why you think they got them all? Remember who's in control. Don't give them no power. They not the white man. They're not the government. They're not even officers. You a real officer. I know I am. I want you to know that you are. I am. I want you to know that you are. I am. I want you to know that you are. I am. Because we need help out here. You see? The word is our army. All right, brother Hummmbull. Well then, who's our physical army, right? Well, that's a good question. Oh, that's an excellent question. That ain't just a good question. Oh, that's an excellent one. Who's the physical army? We already went through the divine. Who is the physical army for the Moorish nation? Who's the physical army for the Moorish Zion Temple of America? Well, we know Allah, who made us. Well, what after that? Well, you got to see what went on in recent history. Our story, when I say his story, I mean our story, our high story, not his story, not that other citizen story, our high story, our most high story. You have to see what happened. A lot of y'all gonna disagree, but this is secret knowledge that must be sacred because we must know that we are one. There were students at one time of our great prophet of this great republic, America, that were named Elijah Poole Bey and Farad Muhammad Bey, students of Noble Drew Ali. These students were already preordained by the Most High to create a separate nation of Islam outside of the Moorish nation, Moorish Zion Temple of America, but it is reflective thereof of what Noble Drew Ali taught them. They all came in with fezzes. Ask the Nation of Islam, ask the Fruit of Islam. What was y'all wearing before y'all had kufis and y'all had different hats? What did y'all have first? A fez with a white crescent and star on it. I wonder who taught them that. But anyway, these people were put in place. Yeah, but they called us black and they was all with this and stuff. There was a time where Elijah Muhammad said, I'm only calling you black right now because that's the state that you're in. Y'all don't listen to Elijah Muhammad. You don't listen to him on the videos and stuff, and you don't listen to him in the cosmos to talk to him directly, to say, hey, man, what was you doing for real? You got to ask these ancestors. You could talk to them. Hey, Elijah Poole Bay, Brother Muhammad, what was you doing with this? Because we think it's some separate stuff you was doing with some black. No. Do you know that if we were saying that we was Moors back in 1950s and 60s, they would have killed us down on the street, not beat us, not watered us down, killed us, shot us in the head like the Walking Dead? How do you know that? Because that's what Malcolm already did. Malcolm already did the pilgrimage to the east. So a pale-skinned person could tell him, hey, bro, you was already home. Do you know that you Muhammadan for real? Do you know that you a melanated father of Islam in America? You might want to go take that back. You might want to go take that knowledge back to America and make that pilgrimage back to America, because you was already home, bro. Right? That's what Brother Taj said. That's why they took him out. That's the truth. He was too early. He was way ahead of his time. They was giving the babies milk. You can't give babies meat. When you give babies meat, they'll panic, they'll sweat, and they'll go crazy, and they'll start chaos. That's what happened. But we here in a time now where they were bred to make that nation. Look how organized they are. Look how moral. Look how moral the women are. Look how covered up they stay. Look how united they are when they say they have an event and they're going somewhere. They're not arguing with each other about the prophet or who's this or who's that. They're there and they're supporting. You see somebody with a newspaper and a bean pie, they're supporting. That's supposed to be the same reflection of a person with a fez and a Moorish guide newspaper doing the same thing. They're just a preliminary of what we're supposed to be. And when they come out of their blackness, they are our militia. Have you ever been through their halls? Have you ever been through their temples? I have. The first thing the Nation of Islam teach you to do as a fruit of Islam is they teach you how to fight and break somebody down. They taught me how to defend myself. But this is not something outside of Islam or al-Islam. It's all one. They already was moving I, self, law, and master, but claiming black, and that's the issue. Right? But they were set up to be set up today as our militia. You see a lot of celebrities that claim that they Muslim. They don't get no regular security. They don't get no Arabs. They go and get the fruit of Islam. The minister, Minister Farrakhan, there's not no club thing in the Nation of Islam. The nation is a nation too within the nation, within the Moorish nation, within the Al-Moroccan Empire. They're a body politic too. Go do your research. A minister is constitutional. I'm a minister. I'm being a minister right now for my nation. A diplomat. Article 3, Section 2 of the Organic Constitution, 1787 of this land. He's a constitutional minister. Everything that they did, we did better with Allah and planned better. Everything that they did that's the truth and lied in front of our face, we did the truth in front of our face. Now we being that. And they can't stop it. We mad early. Hey, I'm Aborigine for real. I'm not excluding nobody that want to call themselves American Indian. You just better know how to set that claim. That you the original American. And Indian has a distinction. You either coming from Hindustan or you either coming from America. Just don't even say it. I'm just a true American. I'm the real American. I'm the first American. I'm the Aboriginal American. Don't even say native. I'm Aboriginal American. And I know some of y'all uncomfortable saying more, or some of y'all against more. But you don't know, we just being more of everything. We bring everything home. And we put that light under a hood called a fez. And we walk. We don't run from nothing. Real ones. Because we more powerful than your squeegee weegees. Like I said. Do you know what putting on this fez really does for you? If you already got light, it holds that light and it expands it. And it makes a whole 360 like a light tower. You know why? Because you the land standing on water. You are the land. You know how they say, hey, this is my land. What do you mean by that in law? Because they going to ask you. And you got to be confident. You can't just go off of what I say. You're going to be tested. But anyway, what you mean? Yeah, I'm standing on my land. Meaning that you planted your feet, period. Because you are the land too, right? But you got to know that. You got to know who's fighting for you. Their army ain't nothing. So, well then we got the Nation of Islam, okay? They was set up. They praise Allah too, right? Okay, they praise Jesus too. They really brought it home. Elijah Muhammad and them really brought it home. They don't just get this Quran, we gonna get this Bible. Why? Because my teacher that y'all don't know about called Noble Drew Ali, he said that in the end, we gonna use these Biblios or these Holy Sun books to condemn this fake government. Hey, what do you mean, man? Well, that's a governmental book. It's a governmental book. It's a judgment book. It's a governmental book. It's a judgment book. It puts a stamp on manifested things that was already manifested by word alone, because everything started with the word, and the word is God, and the word was God. And when we use the right word, you have right jurisdiction. Everybody else is talking separation. We not with them Moors. We over here with this, we just American Indian and stuff. And you know what I'm saying? But we not with them Moorish stuff. Nah, well, we over here. We with this Hebrew Israelite stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yahshua. But we ain't with that Moorish stuff. No. We over here. We over here with that Black Panther stuff and that NOI stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we not with that Moorish stuff. Hey, wait a minute. But that's where all that stuff started, from Moorish. From more stuff. Moorish. It all started there. That's kind of where it all started. From supreme triple darkness. It don't mean black. Black don't mean black like you think black mean black. No, it's much higher than that. It's much higher than that. So who's the other army? Right? Who's the other army? Because they already set in place. They already got provisions. They don't even need licenses to protect themselves. You got to see what time that they've been on. They can protect their own, and they can take their own out. That's how it's always been. That's how it's always been in tribalism and in nationhood. You'll get your ass exiled if you do the wrong thing while we doing the right thing. We ain't here to play games. Not the real ones. I know you got these internet Moors. No, we talking about cosmic Moors. When they speak, their voice is heard all throughout the world, even if their voice is not heard on some screen, because them and nature are one. It's time to exile this colonization. It's time to decolonize your mind first and then decolonize the land that you're standing on and make the claim. Even if you're not enjoying the claim yet, make the claim, because that's the real manifestation. Why they got you all confused and distracted? Oh, I'm going to manifest this. I'm going to manifest that. And when it comes, it don't be what you want, because we not living a real life on earth as the real heirs. The real manifestation come when you make your claim, not just over your land, but over yourself. I am master. You got to go through a whole Bruce Leroy to get the glow. You need the glow. If you want to go, you got to get the glow. If you want to go, you got to get the glow. Because it ain't about staying here. It's about conquering here and conquering fear. It's about conquering here and conquering fear. Not some new thing. It's old. It's an old world order. It's an old world order from an old time religion, realignment system that came from the real all-seeing eye. Not some club. No, the real thing. Not just some symbol. Not just some sign I'm throwing up. Oh, look at me. No, activation. That's why Noble Drew Ali said, we don't need no passive. We don't want no passive Moors. No, we need activation. Ha! We need to make something happen. You think he gave us all that so we could be stuck in some temple somewhere? No, we need to be soaring in this temple. You go to that temple to learn how to activate this one, to go to this one. So you can go to this one. You got to go to this one. It was a time when Noble Drew Ali made a hadith, a prophecy. And he went inside, somebody said he went inside a temple, a Moorish science temple. Not no lodge, not no mosque, not no synagogue, where you go get your freed man. You free your man. Where you go free your man. He walked in there one day, and it was a whole crowd of people, a whole flock of people. And he had already been around 10 years, already teaching divinity and nationality clearly for a whole society of people to know. It's video recordings of him in the Vatican and the Vault that we ain't even seen yet. Y'all got pictures and videos of Marcus Garvey. Y'all got videos and pictures of Haile Selassie. Y'all got videos and pictures of Three Stooges in them in black and white. Where's Drew Ali? He was around. Somebody got that footage, and they be eating popcorn inside of their little secret vault, trying to figure out what's going to happen next when they not Morpheus, we more free us. We got the Zion codes. They just the Zionists that study us. That's why they got social media. If you're not doing what I'm doing on here, we ain't doing nothing. You got to let the truth manipulate the algorithm so our children can live free and clear. I mean, that's kind of the point of the whole mission. Is the children. You part of that. You'll always be a child to a parent, right? You'll always be a child to the Most High, no matter how old you are. You'll always be a little God to the big God. So let's get back to the original issue. Who's the other army outside of the Nation of Islam? The militia, our militia. Now this is going to hit because I know a lot of y'all are against this right now, but you need to be with this if you know better. That other militia and that other physical security is not only yourself, right? We didn't say don't get squeegee weegees, but it's for emergency. It's not to carry, right? You have the right to bear if you want to protect yourself, but don't carry it around, right? Don't carry that type of spirit around. Carry your spirit around, because your spirit is the richest when you're rich, when you know you're rich, when you know that the paper don't make you rich, when you know that the paper ain't even paper. The National Guard. They're national. They're claiming to be land protectors, not corporate protectors. Army, Navy, whoever, and all these guys. These are corporation. They protect the corporation. Policy enforcers. What does the National Guard do? The National Guard actually protects the land, not the properties. They are the sheriffs that are hired by the Republic to protect the national land. With that being said, the nationals are protected too. Well, see, you don't just got Moorish-Americans, you got Mexican-Americans, you got Italian-American, you got... How is that? Why is that? Why is that dash American there? Why is that even there? It's not a dismiss, it's a connection. That U.S. banner don't represent America. But when that banner is flown with this flag, it represents a treaty. Italians got treaties. Mexicans got treaties. Mexicans treaty is represented in our treaty. The treaty between Morocco and the United States, to let you know that it's one. The National Guard. You have to be in tune with your immunization and your spill, your speech. Not only from your speech and your throat chakra, but with your heart. The blue and the green. The blue and the green. Right? The red, white, blue, and green. Go figure. The red, your standing got to be right first. White, your purity of your blood. You got to become impure. Blue, you got to be able to speak. You got to be able to proclaim. You got to be able to declare. And then green, you got to do it with love. That's what they missing. The adversary is only here for earthly salvation. They sold you earthly salvation, so then you would recycle and come back here and do it all over again and get tricked all over again. Hey, you want our Ferraris? Hey, come and get it. Yeah, look at it. Oh, yeah. You like the chains? Oh, yeah, come on and get the fat chain. Yeah, it's yours anyway. You really ain't got to buy it because how are you buying gold and silver with this little paper that ain't even paper? It's dead humans and dead vegetables and stuff. Yeah, come in and get it. Oh, yeah, you want it, huh? Come on, yeah, you want it, don't you? It's like they're like the it clown. You know how the it clown be like, don't you want it? Don't you want it? Don't you want it? And you just be like, yeah, because I've been struggling and, I got to feed my family. And, this is just so dreadful. Yeah, it's difficult to be right. It's definitely difficult to be right and be more. To be more right is almost emphatically impossible these days. To see a more doing right. To catch a more doing right. Not just in public, but in private. Behind closed doors. What does he do behind closed doors? What do he do when nobody watching? What does he say and how does he act when nobody is watching? How does he behave himself? The National Guard. Your National Guard. When you come with love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice for real in your heart, the National Guard is not only there to help protect you, but they're obligated. Let me tell you a little secret that's sacred. That's really not supposed to be secret, but it should be sacred. When you own your conveyance, your vehicle, meaning that you're not rolling around with U.S. plates. You ain't got no little driver's license, and here you go, Mr. Officer, and oh, I'm sorry I did a speeding, and oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Officer, I did this. Oh, please don't write the ticket. Oh, God. You're not rolling like that. You mobbing deep. You mobbing deep for real, meaning you got great spirit with you. You got national plates. Some of y'all be like, nah, see, look. What you got to do is put this and this on it, and then put that on it, and then put statute something. And then, yeah, that's how you do it, bro. Nah, bro. Roll clean. All you need is the flag. That's your main weapon. Along with the truth is your signal. You're supposed to be like Batman out here. This is your signal. You're not rolling corporate, you rolling national. So when they bring the National Guard out here, you're protected because you're national. You're not coming as a U.S. nothing. You're not coming as no U.S. nothing. Yeah, well, see, I still got a job and I still got to do this. And I still got to get my Social Security stuff, and I still got to do this and still do this and still. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you do for that. That's not you. Proclaiming your nationality don't hurt you from doing business with the U.S. on your land. You just doing business with the name. Why you being so scary? Why you being so feared up? Why are you afraid to just be yourself? You're not denouncing anything that wasn't yours in the first place. You're just using that stuff. You ever heard when Jay-Z was like, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman? Well, he was coming from a slave mentality from it, because you don't want to necessarily be the business, right? But you the hand, you the power behind the business. You didn't create it, but you got power to move it. It's a chessboard. You are the hand. You not the board, you the hand. That's why you get caught up out here, because you're proclaiming to be the board. And they like, yeah, we run that. Ha ha. We run the checkerboard. Ha ha. You don't even know it's yours. Ha ha. You don't even know that we took your shit, and then we acting like the authority over you when you and your royal ancestors is the real gods of the earth. Ha ha. You scared to even say that to us. Oh man, yeah. You know what they'll do to me for that? Hey, look, whatever you go through for that is a trial. Just believe that later on it's going to be some relief if you stay with it. If you stay with the birthright. Why they got to go through all that? For little old you. This is something you got to ask yourself. Why, when they roll up on you, why is the first thing you not saying is, I am that I am? Hey, how you doing? No, see, I'm Moorish-American, and you know what I'm saying? It's my land and stuff. And, yeah, I don't know what to say after that. Hey, man, lock him up. Lock him up, get him a defense attorney immediately. because they know you don't know. Right? They know that you don't know that when you come divine first, there is no case. What are all these Moors doing at these superior courts? Hey, look what I did. Look, superior court. Look, I won. Look, I won. And they put the Moorish appellation in all caps. I won. You didn't win nothing. You just went to go do business. That ain't doing nothing. They don't have jurisdiction. Now, that's no disrespect to you. That's the Moor that may have victories in the superior court. But that's a distraction. You know how I know it's a distraction? Because when y'all get that stuff, be like, look, we did it. Look. And it'd already be a superior court decision that's already made. They're deterring you from making that a bold statement. Like, hey, look, I've already been through this. Real Moors, we don't even go to them type of courts. We don't even do that stuff. That's a waste of time, energy, and currency. Hey, man, there is no case. When you have a case, that means you spent a lot of time trying to explain yourself instead of being the authority, the sovereign. Man, you know, Brother Hummmbull, when you say that you a sovereign, you know what I'm saying? They start acting crazy. Well, what do they say to you? They be like, yeah, you with that sovereign citizen stuff, huh? And then what do you say? What is y'all's response? I know what I say. Because you got to proclaim that. They doing a look, homie. They doing their best to keep you from saying that you are sovereign. Oh yeah, you see, you with that sovereign citizen stuff. You're a sovereign citizen guy. Happy Holy Day. You're a sovereign citizen guy, huh? Yeah, you're one of those guys. Hey, wait a minute. I'm free and sovereign. And I'm one with the Most High first. And I'm one with the land. That's what gives me my sovereignty. That's my birthright. Not your clubism. I have nothing to do with any pale-skinned European modern movement to try and get some sovereignty. That's already mine. I am master. See how I did that with an intelligent tone? Not even disrespecting them, but putting them in their place, because we're all on a checkerboard. Some of us are standing on law and some of us is lying down sleeping. This is what Noble Drew Ali said. We mean, hey, look, y'all need to stop being sleepy Moors. Do you know that you on a whole game board right now? Our mission shouldn't be to go to the temple for the rest of our life. We need our temples. I love our temples that's doing right. Love them. Because they teaching you how to come divine first. It's too many Moors that came in national. And then when you be like, praise Allah, and you enforce that, they be like, see, he with that dogmatic stuff. We with that national stuff over here. We ain't with that. Hey, wait a minute, homeboy. This is one. You can't have one without the other. When you have one and you have I and I, you don't got no cases. That shit gets handled right there. Hey, hold on for a second. You're not my God. I'm my God. Did you make the sun rise and the moon rise last night? Like, are you one of those guys with the badges that can make the moon rise? Oh my God. You telling me that you Allah in the flesh too? Oh, goodness gracious. Why you didn't tell me? Why you trying to arrest me? We're brothers. See how I separated myself from the nothingness with the Most High first? This what a real victory is. It's not just about being national, y'all. It's going to be a time that's coming. And it's going to be a time that's coming to very soon, where your proclamation is going to be, like Brother Todd said, proclaim your God. Proclaim your Elohim. Let me see where you at with it. Because that's where they going to be at with it. Because guess who they getting tested by? The source creator itself. Like we all are. They've only been put in position to do what they've been doing, to push you to be yourself. They can do as much evil as they want to do. All that is fuel for you, and it should be fuel for you and fuel to burn for the fire for you to be I am that I am even more. The Moorish nation is not without Allah, it's with Allah. You don't have right law without Allah. And we're not saying Allah, oh, Allah is some mystery thing. Oh my God, Allah. No, it's the absolute truth that binds everything in the universe together and makes it what it is. And it can't even be explained by man, not in no kind of form of word or language. This Allah. And when we speak Allah, we enforce the Constitution. Isn't the Constitution and our treaty written in divine law first? Don't it big up the Most High God first, and then it get into the articles and the particulars? It don't do that without it. Not even the Constitution. Hey, what do you mean, Constitution? Hey, my dude, look. We the people is the collective of I am that I am. All that I am. All the I ams. They know that when you like the Prophet, when you like Noble Drew Ali, they know that's when you right. They don't even want to touch you. When you at that point, they don't even want to look at you. Ain't no case. We don't even have the same jurisdiction when it comes to mailing things. I don't think we got a case. You ever seen that brother that was on the block? It's a video that went viral. And he was in a gray truck. And he was outside of his window screaming, Article 6! Article 6, I know who I am. Man, I know who the I am. I know who the I am. Article 6. And you seen them backing away. He didn't have no squeegee ouijies. He had a vibrant, frequent voice with the truth. That's written, not only in stone, but on paper and on you. Noble Drew Ali said, enforce the Constitution. That means you first. It can't do it itself. You a whole Constitution. Yourself. You're a makeup. You were made by, and you're a makeup. You were made by. Women don't need makeup. You already got makeup. Men and women got makeup already at birth. It's called flesh. So you need to enforce that. There is no case. No face, no face, no case, no case. You can't even identify me. Some guy that works for these people and this corporation. You work for a corporation. How are you a corporation? You're claiming to be a corporation and you can't even properly identify me. Do you know that failure to identify is not an arrestable offense? You the more, you got to know this. Oh man, see, he talking that crazy stuff. Oh man, see, he talking that God, that God stuff. Oh, that's that real stuff first. That divine first. How you going to be on divine timing first and you're not even claiming the divine? How you going to be on divine time and you're not even climbing the vine? To know that you got realigned. To have religion. To say that you have religion. Because if you don't have religion, then you're not a part of a whole nation. Everybody got a realignment system. Ours just happened to be based on cosmology and astrology, in which all true religion is based on minus dogma. You know it's dogma when they take the Most High away from you from within you. That's when it's dogma. But the good books don't change. Etymology will reveal the change. But the good books stay good. They stay good. Oh, we're not with that stuff, then you're not with Drawley. We're not with that Bible stuff, then you're not with Drawley. We're not with that Allah stuff, then you're not with Drawley. They already know what's coming for them. And they already know what Noble Drew Ali did. And they already know that if we don't respect what he did and we don't proclaim the Most High at all costs, then we're lost. I don't care what you're doing right now. What's coming is going to purge you to have a higher proclamation. We shouldn't have no Moors out here talking about let's get together and buy some land. Man, that's almost mad. When we can get together, get competent, and claim the land. Oh, see, well, they gonna mess with us and try to do stuff. Not when we together. Well, see, it ended up. Nope, I got true testimony. When we together, it don't go down like you think it's gonna go down. It don't even go down how they think it's gonna go down. It's too much power in the cipher, in the circle, in the church when you come in odd numbers. Remember when we went to school? Remember when we went to they hell, they shul, they school? And when we really started loving hip hop and some of us started freestyling, we would get in a cipher. It's called a cipher for a reason. It's a lot of power within that circle when we get together. Every time that we did that all across the Americas, I did my research. Every time that we did that, it would be a security guard or it would be staff or it would be a teacher. Hey, y'all break that up. Hey, man, we just having fun. We just doing us. Why are you mad at us doing us? Why are you mad for us being us? Why are you mad at us being us on the land, still being caught up in your little system? We just having a little cipher circle. We just having fun, rapping back and forth with each other, rhythm and poetry back and forth with each other, manifesting stuff for real, for real. That's how you get it done. Hey, y'all break that up. Hey, y'all get out of that circle. Y'all go back to lunch. Go buy some soda or some candy or something. Go calcify your mind again. Don't do what y'all was doing, or you're going to get rid of. Hey, wait a minute. We can't get together in a circle and laugh and play with each other and have fun and at lunchtime? We're not even in class. And we was doing it in class. They got mad at that shit. Hey, stop banging that stuff like a drum. The drum kills us. It kills the fake reptilian in us. Stop banging them drums and ringing them bells. Them liberty bells. Stop ringing them liberty bells. When you really are, I am that I am is no face and no case. No case. No case. No case. Why? How do you know that? Because you set the jurisdiction down and solidified it. But not just that. Anybody can do that. But you did it from a most high standpoint with law. That's what Moorish-American is being all about. Being the most high God with the laws and knowing that everything else under that is subordinate or, better yet, null and void. But you got to know it to say it with love, right? Sometimes when you say stuff with love, it hurt people. That's not your fault. You say the truth anyway, and you stay free, because that's what it's really about. It's not really about doing and getting a bunch of stuff. It's about getting free, helping somebody else get free so we can make the claim to the land. You see what Mexican mestizo people be doing? They up and down the block getting abandoned homes. Look at that home right there, Holmes. Let's get that home, Holmes. That's why they call each other Holmes, because they be getting homes. But they do it in a business way. But they still do it together. They got all the materials. They got the bodies, because the people is the most important resource. People are the most important resource. People. Then they got the currency, because they bring it all together. It could be some of them that just got $50 to $100. Hey, I got $100 on this house. You gonna help us fix it up? Yep. All right, then you with it. Then 7 of us, we gonna live here in this house together, because even when you do it in a business way, it's still possibilities of getting with. They still try to molest your rights even when you do business right. So why not just be yourself, your Aboriginal self? Oh, don't say Aboriginal. Hey, wait a minute. But we got Aboriginal titles. Anyway, stop being fooled out there and let's get Mexican. It's time to get Mexican out here. It's too much truth and it's too many Moors at America for us not to be making a claim. We should not be getting together to bring together fake paper, fiat, no, it's not even necessary. Yeah, you could do it that way by operation of law, but you got to have fiat. We don't need it. It's not in our when y'all really understand what jurisdiction mean, you understand that the shit is not in our jurisdiction. We just use it for certain things, but it's not ours. Our money has been stolen and is still being confiscated on the land. It's called gold and silver. It's still in the land. We don't need to do that. That's a waste of time. That's an energy drain too. Hey, y'all, let's get together and get this fiat together, and then we're going to buy this piece of land over here. Then we're going to put it in a trust. No. It's no longevity in that, but it's longevity in us. We don't expire. What do y'all don't understand about there's no expiration date on you and your spirit? We need to be together and get together and make it happen. We'll see. We can't get everybody. We don't need everybody. We need 3s, 5s, and 7s and 9s. We need 3s, 5s, 7s, and 9s. We need 3s, 5s, 7s, and 9s. We need 3s, 5s, 7s, and 9s. Communities. We have to make the prophecy of Jubilee come true. And it's only going to be a handful that's saved. Did you get what I just said? I said we need 3s, 5s, 7s, and 9s. But it's only going to be a handful saved. In each territory. A handful. Because it's only a handful that's going to do this thing right. We got too many members and too many grand sheiks and too many people that are inside and out the temple that are dirty as hell. Super dirty. They could care less about a future or some children or the Most High or any of that stuff. So look, man, let's not go backwards. Let's go forward. Let's move forward. We have the birthright, but when we don't have each other, we don't have nothing. Y'all ever seen a movie called Soul Food? And the big G mama in the movie Soul Food, she said, baby, when we separated and apart, we can't do nothing. But when we come together and make a fist, oh, we strike a mighty blow. That's divine and national. Not individual, divine and national. Together to get back to her, to get back to Mother Earth for real and not just be some national walking around, but really be divine. Got to do it together to get to her, to get back to her, to get her together. I know what I'm talking about, and I know what I'm talking about for a reason, and I know why I'm here for a reason, and only one reason, and that's love and unity. We need to get it together. It's too many of us. It's too many of us. It's too many of us. And too much of us is dangerous. Y'all want to be sitting around listening to Taj for the rest of your life? You want to be sitting around listening to fake grand sheiks for the rest of your life? And not getting ready to do something? Because a real grand sheik is going to be like, hey, let's do something. And you know what? It's only a handful of people that's going to be like, you know what? This Naga is for real. Let's get it. Real warriors. Not paper warriors. Real warriors. Sword, tongue. The tongue is a sword. Al-Adil, justice for real. We don't get cases, we make bases. We place notice. We make it happen. Do you know? And before I get out of here, oh, this is going to be so special. Ooh, this is going to be special. Ooh, this is going to be so special. Before we get out of here, I used to listen to a brother, and I still got love for him. He don't like me, though. He hate me. Ha ha! He tried to make me a dirty Moor with all his might. But I used to listen to a Moor, a Moorish-American, who used to call himself Cujo Adwael. I think he still does. He don't like me. I don't know why. It don't matter, though. He's still my brother. He's still here on earth, and he's still doing what he's supposed to do, whether I like it or not. Anyway, I used to listen to him a lot. Take notes. Every Thursday, I will watch listen to Sons of Allah from RV Bay. Sons of Allah was my favorite radio station with Cujo Adwael and Mizraim El. I used to listen to them faithfully. And Cujo he used to be real on point. Cujo used to be real on point because he used to teach. Still got love for you, bro. But anyway, I learned a lot from you. And I didn't just listen to you. I got active, right? Like Sabir Bey said, Sabir, shout out to Sabir. These people I already met a long time ago. They don't even remember me, but I'm here now. Anyway, Sabir said, if you don't like what another Moor is doing, don't diss that Moor and complain and waste time and promote him and promote his dirtiness. Just go do better. Go do something better. Go do something better with your energy. Why waste time on a narc? Why? It's not worth it. The birthright is not worth it. Allah don't even care about that stuff. So I used to learn from Cujo. And I was neophyte. And one day I listened to Cujo on the radio station. And he said, you know what? If you really want to test this Moorish-American thing out, I dare you. I dare you to go to one of these real estate homes. Take off the for sale sign, throw it over your shoulder, and make it happen. And go in there and live like you made your claim that you made in the first place, being who you are, and just see what happens. Not everything good comes from that, but a lot of good does come from it, because even when you fail, you learn. So I took heed, and I did that. And that was my first true testimony of me having an allodium free and clear at North America with witnesses. And I didn't do it with a bunch of people. I only had a chosen few. And this was Cujo's suggestion. He was speaking universally. This was like 13 years ago. He was like, hey man, y'all need to do something. This was 13 years ago when he was really teaching. So I got that true testimony. Yeah, it didn't last because I was neophyte. But if I had known what I know now, I would still be there. I had courage enough to stand up and say, if this is the truth, what then? Let me test it out. If they take me to jail, oh well, I'll figure out how to conquer that later on in life. But I got to see if this thing is real for myself, because I'm tired of living like a U.S. slave. So I did it. And then I called back. Like the next 3, he probably don't remember, but Mizraim El, he remember. It was like 3 weeks later. And I did it live for everybody. Y'all know me. Y'all know what type of Naga I am. I don't just do for self. I do for the whole nation. I do for the mama first. So I called 3 weeks later. Islamism. Hey, peace of love, more. You know how Cujo talk. Yeah, peace of love, more. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I just wanted to say, I did what y'all said. He was like, huh? I was like, yeah. And I shouldn't have did that, because then they was listening. That's how deep this thing is. They was listening. I said, yeah, more. I just want to let it be known that I am allodial. I know it now because I'm completely allodial, and I got my own allodium as we speak right now on the phone. And I just want to proclaim who I am, Hummmbull Bay, to let everybody know that this thing is for real, for real. That's the only reason I came in the movement was for the love. To share the love, to be the love, and to have the love. To know the truth about my ancestry and to make something happen. I don't think Noble Drew Ali gave us all this stuff not to make something happen. It's already been preordained and set in place and made to happen ahead of time. Stop paying these dirty Moors to do stuff for you that we supposed to be doing together. If we really knew better, when we come in 3s, 5s, 7s, and 9s, this is how we get things done and get everything for free, because we're free men. You know why a lot of y'all don't get respect? First, one, because you're not coming divine first. Then you're not coming as a nation. You present yourself as an individual. You don't present yourself as a whole nation. You a nation yourself. You're a universe yourself. Why would you only be individual? You're not just individual. You're indivisible. Indivisible. You're indivisible, and so is your culture. I'm Moorish-American. I'm a divine being. I'm an Aboriginal American. I'm an Aboriginal Native American. I'm a son of a widow. I am that I am. And we are that who we are. And we are the people. And it's time to stop playing. Islam.